Good morning everyone, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to paint in some colour to my poppies. So everything's been sketched, I've gone over it with the permanent black pens. That gives me that cartoon-like outline, and now it's just a case of dropping in some colour, and then once dried I can come back and add in stitch. So my inspiration is going to be the one that's in this painting watercolour book. It's a great little book. It really, really is. And it's going to help me break down some of the colours that I can add in. And I really like the fact that there's this purpley grey, violet, indigo sort of look there. It even, lists the colours. Admittedly, I don't have those colours, but it'll give me a bit of a starting point. So the first thing I want to do is have a look at the gouache paints and see where I want to be. And I'm thinking it's in here, number 2. So it's those 3 there. Maybe even the last one. So if I stay in that vicinity, I don't think I can go too wrong. Now, Inktense pencils are an option. Maybe that indigo blue there. But what's in this guy? No, I think the indigo blue might be a help, but we'll leave them for a moment because I don't think I really want to go there yet. I just, at the moment, just want to get some colour down. So I've got my water, I've got my pen. I'm going to use the palette, which is in the lid, and I swear this is seriously only dawned on me in today's video. I didn't really click that there was actually a palette there. It's crazy. Some of the times you don't look for seeing. So let's start just dropping in a bit of this orange. Just lightly, just building it up. Now remember, my thing is stitch. So if it gets to the point where I've had enough of paint and the rest will be threads, we'll see how we proceed. I might go a little darker, brighter yellow, or orange. Now this gouache paint, it's from a children's website. It sells toys here in Australia, so they're not expensive paints. I think I paid like $12 for them. And I got onto them through Fleur Woods. She uses them within her work and they're very good. I've been to art stores in the past and I was like, that's getting expensive. So when I saw Fleur's uses just these like children's quality, I thought, well, now that's in my budget. How many paints do you need? Lots, some might say. But yeah, if you use them, yeah, go for it. If you're going to get value out of them. I'm just glancing across to my paints. For some reason, I want to go to this colour. I feel like it's going to get it a little bit darker in here, yeah. Just start building up. It's not even a colour I was originally drawn to. getting some water in there and drop a bit of colour in. I feel like I'm getting my confidence with this a little bit compared to when I first started the project, which is a good thing. Just going to drop in a little bit of this. There we go. Now, where are we going to go from here? Let's just bring a little bit back down into here. A little bit up into there. And leave it at that. Just let that settle a bit. I think it could be a lot more vibrant. It looks better vibrant-wise than it does when I look up at the TV. But I think that's a good start. Like I can bring in more concentrated tones. Let's have a play with this fellow over here. Flowers are very forgiving, aren't they? You know, they're just such enigmas in nature that when you go to paint them, don't stress over your flower, because if you looked hard enough, you might even find it in nature the way you've done it. Like, they're just such interesting things to paint. Very forgiving. Now we're getting a bit of that deeper. Deeper orange in there. That's good. Let's go back to this first one and see if we can get a bit more orange in. Yep. That's better. Like I said before, stitch will help me to, you know, thicken up or embellish even more. Gee, it does look very brownish tones on the camera, but it's not. It's quite vibrant now that I've dropped this in. It's really starting to pick up on that orange. It's funny, I'm sort of painting where I would probably stitch. So you get to the stitching side of it and you think, oh, well, I've already put paint there, now I'm going to cover over it. But I think that's okay, because if anything, as the flowers have gone, I've backed off the stitch to try and let the paint shine too, like try and let the project show both stitch and paint. Now, we have these little peekaboo bits of colour. Admittedly, I'll probably stitch over that, but I sort of like the idea. Oh gosh, that looks so brown for you guys. It's not. Trust me, it's not. All right, so let's get back into this guy. You see, I'm starting from the center of the flower going out. That's probably my safe way of doing it, because I don't know if I want to paint in the whole petal yet. I doubt that I will, because it's a highlight. But if you start in the middle and feather it out, you can't go too wrong. Now these little edges are all turned in, like little lacy edges, so I'm going to assume that there's a little bit of shading underneath that little edge, so I'm sort of sneaking a little bit more paint through there. I think where it attaches to the stem, I could be a little braver there with some colour. And let's get back into the purple. It's Pepper Herd, my little watchdog. Bandit watches, but he doesn't do much barking. He's only if it's serious. The big woof comes out. Pepper's, I think, more of a social bark. She's like, you know, I can hear you, what's going on? Now I think I'm just going to come back with some really strong pigment and put a few whimsical strokes. She's just trotted past the window. Am I brave to put the indigo in? Oh gosh, I tell you. I think so. Okay, there we go. Happy with that. Now, I might look into this yellow. I think I could bring some yellow into the very edges that are turned over, these here. I might end up stitching yellow into that. I think I could be a little brave. Yeah. Bit of light bouncing around. Gosh, it still looks brown. I'll try and take a photo at the end of it that's in better light. And we'll see, you know, how it goes. But yeah, they're definitely orange this end. Now, oh, here we go. So they put a red into the centre as well. Let's be brave. Where's my... poppy red. Gosh, we'd have to give that a go. That's in the pencils, but chili red looking here for... Do we use poppy red? Yeah, let's see if we can find poppy red. Don't be a bad decision, poppy red. Just because it's called poppy red doesn't mean it's a good decision. Let's get a bit of colour in here. So brave. We'll stay right into the centre. And we might bleed it into the centre a bit because I'd really like to play with that indigo. Yeah. That's good. I like it. See, I've gone even braver and come straight off the pencil. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Getting braver, getting braver. All you artists out there, I bet you're yelling at the screen. Just go for it, girl. Dawn, I can hear you. Just go for it, girl. That's what Dawn would say. She's very good at mixed media. happy with that. Now, this indigo business. Do I be gentle and go Shiraz on the way? But no, we're gonna go straight into violet. Oh goodness, can I do it? I think I like this violet in the pencils. Violet. Oh. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh. Let's see. It's sort of in around. It's great because now I can play with another colour when I'm stitching. I should probably let it dry a little bit, but no, we're just going for it. I don't know what Pepper's so upset about. Now just using this violet to get some little strokes again. Just like little stamens coming out of the center of this little. Oh, be brave, girl, be brave. I know those red poppies have a real dark center about them, so I don't know why I'm being shy in here. Oh, it looks great. Really happy with that. Be brave, just go for it, says the girl who's very cautious when it comes to painting. Yeah. Oh, they look great. Oh. Now, what should I add next? I know I didn't get the detail that's in the center of this guy, but I'm going to stitch in there anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. I wonder if I could get a few gouache white spots around, but I can do that with stitch. I might just let everything settle. I don't want to get too heavy with the ink. Now, let's have a look at the stems and the leaves, and I'm thinking leaf green. So these Inktense pencils, for those of you who are wondering where I got them from, I just got them from Officeworks. They're a big stationery company here, but they're all over the internet. And I just bought an average size pack. There was a smaller pack, probably a dozen. But I just bought I think this, where's the lid? Let me have a look, concentrate on what I'm doing. The lid's underneath them. What did I buy? 24, and that's oodles for what I do. If you were doing a lot more painting, you might want to invest in more colours, but you know, and I haven't even mixed. I've been quite just follow the colour because it's actually not too bad. I haven't even needed really to mix with this project, because at the end of the day, I've got the stitch coming over the top of it. It's bleeding a little bit, but that's okay. That was one of the things I wanted to do with this project, is get a little bit of bleeding in it. It's like some of those pieces of fabric I've got where the artist allows the paint to drift a little bit. I think that's very, very cool. I might just sneak down these stems, just a touch of green. I'll come in there with some stitch anyway, so it's probably all going to get covered, but it makes me feel better. If I don't stitch them, at least there's something there. All the way down. Okay. Now that little leaf in the back there, he's quite dark. So we'll give him a little bit of darkness. Hear my dryer beeping. I'll even drop a line in there with the pen. So, there we go, that's good. Just be mindful that if you do go directly onto your fabric with these, it's very hard to smooth out any marks because they're pretty thick and they get caught in the ridges of the fabric. So you will have a line that you will find hard to feather out, I think it's the word I'm looking for. Because it's, you know, sitting there and just, it's not like it's on paper where you can add water and fade it out to something. They sort of sit, and so keep that in mind if you want to be a little. Now I didn't draw veins in this when I sketched it, but I'm going to use the paint to indicate that there is a vein. Does that make sense? And then if I decide to stitch something in or bead something in, I can go for it. Okay, let's just get our stems finished. I still haven't stitched the little word on. That'll happen. Let's get this paint down. Let's get some green really down in there where it attaches to the branch. It should be nice and moody and dark in there. Oh, there's a shower of rain. I'm filming this, of course, ahead of time. So for those Brisbane watchers, you'll be thinking, rain? What's she talking about? I wonder if I could bring a bit of yellow into these leaves. Well, there's a bit of line missing there from the black. To come back in and catch that. Now I'm just going to drop in a little bit more pigment in a few places. Might even be brave and do a little bit of shading just by dabbing my pencil, finish your words. I like that. That's getting it quite intense. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I might just grab that black pen that I was using to outline. Bandit's all wet looking at me. Oh, that dog. He is oblivious to rain. Pepper's like, oh no, I'm going to go sit down now and just watch. But Bandit's like, ooh, is that a bug? And he carries on with his life. Oh no, now they're both sitting. I don't know if you can hear it. It's reasonably heavy, but Bandit is definitely on the slower side of, gee, I'm getting wet. I probably should move indoors. I feel like I could do a little bit of charcoal. That one. Into the centre. What's the name of it? Black ink? No, charcoal grey. Let's just have a little play. The girl's getting brave now. Just to darken it up a little bit. Like I will stitch in there, so it's probably a waste of time, but just feel like I could get a little bit more depth into that. There you go. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to bring a bit of charcoal into the leaves. That'd make them look a little bit different from the rose. Yeah, ooh, I like this. Oh, yes. Now, poppies have little fibres everywhere. Do I use stitch? Yeah, don't do it. I think what would happen is it would bleed. Maybe the black pen might be better at that. Where's the really fine one? A number 1. Yes. Just itty bitty little strokes. Yep, that's it. Oh yeah, don't get too crazy, girl. Just give the hint of little the little furry things, aren't they? I've got to go out and get groceries later, and there's a florist nearby, and I often find myself swinging by these days just to see the flower that I'm painting in real life. And now that I'm focusing on the poppy, you know, just go by the florist and have a glance at have I captured the little poppy in all her glory. Yeah, this is good. I might be able to do a little bit of stitching to indicate these little fibres, but it'd be one strand of, say, cotton, real thin. Might have a play with it. We'll see how we go. Don't think there's fibres on the leaves. I think it's stems and these buds. Slow down, girl. Concentrate. Don't start making big, bold strokes. It's nearly just the ink catching the fabric and just leaving a little bit of a, yeah, like that. Can you guys even see? Let me zoom in. Look at that. Just little itty bitty very little fibres. Here we go. Just going to put a few little more veins in there. It sort of feels like it's just ink, paint. And I just want to softly add a few extra little veins, especially if I don't do much stitching. At least the story of the leaf is there. Yep. Okay. Right. Just sneak in here a little bit. A few more little lines. Yeah, really happy with that. Gosh, I was a bit nervous about bringing the purple into the centre of the poppy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, really happy with that, guys. And now I can stitch into here some greys and some whites to give like the feeling that there's little buds of pollen and things like that. I'm just going to wipe this up before I go and smear my fabric through and make a mess, because it's bound to happen. Let me zoom back up, guys, so we don't. That's very good. They look different to the roses, which is great. These little gouache paints are fantastic, I must say. I think once I stitch into the centre of that, see, it even looks circular and raised in there. Look at, yeah, they've really got that dish. Looks like a dish. I haven't really achieved that. It's very clever. Very clever. But I'm happy with that because now it's all about the stitch. So I'm just going to tidy up my little mess here before it becomes a bigger mess. So there's the brand of those paints. Dejeco with a little gecko. Okay. Oh, and the colour. Actually, I should let that dry, shouldn't I? Settle down, girl. That goes there, and that can dry. And these come from here. Everything just needs to sit. There's that pepper peach again. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. What's a short video today. That now needs to dry, and then I can pick up my needle and thread and sort of stitch in and have a play now. Actually, I think I need a bit more black pen there on that one leaf. Looks a bit bland. Just lightly. Yeah, that'll do. That will do. Okay. I'm going to toddle off, pop this in the somewhere to dry. Look, there's my rose, so they're good, they're different. I was, you know, red rose, red poppy, but when I started looking at some of the colours out there that poppies are, I thought, oh, let's play with orange and yellows. Very good. All right, guys, look after yourselves. Have a lovely day, and thanks for joining me as I puddle around in my paints. Bye.